Good evening, sports fans. We are coming to you live from the Royal College Sports Complex in Colombo, and you are tuned in live to the Papare, Sri Lanka's leading sports channel. You are about to witness an epic finals here today in the Mercantile Services Basketball League. A finals between the two basketball giants, Fairfirst Insurance and Team Commercial Credit. Team Fairfirst, on their way to the finals, have been dominant in this league in this season. They've gone unbeaten, winning all of their matches. Well, I say nearly all of their matches in convincing manner. They've had a scare against Akbar Brothers in the final match, but the rest of the games they won convincingly. They met their opponents today, Commercial Credit, 2 times in the group stages, and they won both games convincingly. But Team Commercial Credit, they have a lot of young people on their team, young stars, young up-and-coming stars, mixed in with a few experienced players. They are here to play. They are former champs. They are the defending champions from last season. They have a crown to defend. Last year's most valuable player, Simran Yoganandan, is here. As you can see him just coming into frame. He will have a huge part to play in tonight's game. As will his opponent, Praneeth Udumalagala, the other leading scorer in this tournament for Team Fairfirst. A look at the road to the finals. Commercial Credit won their first game. Fairfirst won their first game against Commercial Credit, 81-56 against Akbar Brothers, 84-77 against Commercial Credit again, 76-55. And against Akbar Brothers in the last game, 90 points to 88, which went to overtime. Praneeth Udumalagala is a leading scorer, averaging 26.25 points a game and raking in 3 Player of the Game awards in this league. As the players stood attention to the national anthem for Commercial Credit, the road to the finals was met with a few speed bumps. They lost to Fairfirst in the first game, but came back strong against Akbar Brothers to win convincingly, 101 points to 65. They had another beating by Fairfirst again, but once again rallied in the last game to step into the finals. Sanjan has played an important part for the team, averaging 19.75 points a game. Simran, 21 points per game. He has been the man for Commercial Credit, raking in 2 Player of the Game awards. As the players share their final greetings to each other before they step into the court, they're going to leave all the friendships behind for the next 40 minutes It's just going to be a pure blood, grits and passion. Let's take a look at the players representing Fairfirst Insurance in this finals. Wearing number 3, Lakshan Kulatunga. Number 6, the powerhouse, Praneeth Udumalagala. Number 7, Hiran Vijay Surya. Number 10, Migara Senarath. Number 11, Isuru Pereira. Number 13, Arnold Brent. Number 21, Nimesh Fernando. Number 28, Savinu Dammalage. And the captain, wearing number 4, Shehan Udayanga. The team is being coached by Roshan Randima and ably assisted by Asanga Pereira. And for Team Commercial Credit, wearing number 1, Sanjan Gunaratna. Number 2, Shehan Fernando. And the hopes of the team rest on this man's shoulders, wearing number 5, Simran Yoganandan. Number 7, Gayandi Cruz. Number 8, Arshad Rafiq. Number 10, Dakshika Vijay Singh. Number 11, Harinath Prakash. Number 30, Andrew Rajendram. Wearing number 33, Vijitaran Sivanesa Raga. Number 12, wearing the captain's armband, Sanjeeva Kulamina. The team is coached by the former player for Commercial Credit, Lasanta Gunawardana. And now for the individuals officiating this game. The match commissioner is Chanda Pereira from Sri Lanka. And the crew chief coming all the way from India, Imran Ali Baig. And the first umpire all the way from India, Rakesh Ramalingaya. And the second umpire, our very own Christopher Karunasinghe. We're just over a minute away from game time. The atmosphere here is electrifying. We have a packed house at the Royal College Sports Complex. The crowd know they're in for a treat, with both teams being loaded with ex-national and national stars. And added to this stage are the 2 international umpires who came all the way from India to officiate this game. As we see the first images of Team Fairfirst stepping into the game. To start the game, it will be Praneeth Udumalagala, Nimesh Fernando, Arnold Brent, Isuru Pereira, and Shehan Udayanga. And for Team Commercial Credit, it's Sanjan Gunaratna, Simran Yoganandan, Shehan Fernando, Sanjeeva Kulamina, and Gayandi Cruz. And we're off now. Team Commercial Credit had the first chance at the bucket. Simran to Shehan to Gayan. Starts off with a 3. As Praneeth Udumalagala brings the ball in. For Team Fairfirst, Praneeth will be the key. averaging 26 points a game. Ably supported by Arnold Brent. Beautifully passed to Nimesh, but just couldn't get it in. The imposing figure of Guyan de Cruz bothering the shot. Shehan crosses, fakes, goes in again. Once again, Pranit with the rebound. Takes the ball in, passes it to Shehan, back to Isuru, to Arnold. Step back three. Got nothing but air on that one. Both teams looking for a quick start, but they need to settle their play. For Team Commercial Credit, it'll be Sanjan Gunaratna to get Commercial Credit on their way. Arnold to Udayanga, misses it as Guyan gets another rebound. To those tuning in, this is the finals of the A Division Men's Basketball League. Fair to say, Commercial Credit are the underdogs for this game. Fairfirst have been dominant throughout, unbeaten in the group stages. Isuru Pereira injured for most of the game, most of the season. Played the first game. Shehan Udayanga, the captain for Fairfirst, a two-way player. Stolen by Pranit. Pass ahead to Nimesh. Blocked by the spin run. Beautifully blocked, but no support. Fairfirst gets on board for the first time. Shehan with the three-point attempt, couldn't get it to go in. Simply off balance as the shot went off. As Brent brings the ball up. Passes to Isuru. Back to Brent. Back to Pranit. Fakes, drives in. And lays it off the left hand. Beautifully tipped off by Isuru. No shades of that injury. Seems to me he's made a full recovery for this game, for the all-important finals. Simran couldn't get the ball to go in. Fakes, drives in. Beautiful pass to Sanjeeva. Fakes, draws the foul from Nimesh and gets it to go in. To those who know the playing styles of Sanjeeva Kulamina, you know he's a very shifty player. Loves to get those fakes in and draws a foul. And I think Fairfirst need to be aware of that. He's always a fake first and shoot second player. But a very efficient one at that, as Brent tries to force the issue. Beautiful cut by Nimesh. Goes straight to the bucket for the easy two. 6 points to 4. Fairfirst takes the early lead. Simran waves out the screen. Tells Sanjan to go to the corner. To Guyan. Back to Simran. Throws off the three-pointer. Well defended by Pranit. Good defensive attempt by Team Commercial Credit. But the ball is with Fairfirst one more time. Feeds the post. Nimesh powers his way to the basket and draws a foul from Sanjeeva. Foul committed before the shot. So we'll have an out of bounds. Both teams seem to be taking it calm on the first quarter. But as we all know, both teams can be excellent scoring teams, explosive when they want to be. As Guyan subs out and Arshad checks in. Pass off to Brent. Calls for the screen from Isuru. Feeds the post to Nimesh. Drives to the baseline. Blocked by Arshad. Well defended. And Fairfirst comes back with the ball. To Shehan. To Sanjan. Well guarded by Udayanga. To Simran. With a hand in his face. Fairfirst comes up with the rebound. Udayanga goes in for the easy layup. 8 points to 4. Fairfirst taking the early push. Second attempt for Shehan. As Brent goes in for the easy jumper. And it seems like the Fairfirst is trying to push the pace in the first quarter. They're looking for those fast breaks to catch the other team off guard. As Sanjan, long three, couldn't get it to go. And I think Team Commercial Credit needs to set themselves up. They've got a lot of young, explosive players in their team. As Pranit commits the turnover, Sanjan drives in. Commits the foul. Strong to the bucket. Goes in for the N1. The foul on Arnold Brent. As Sanjan takes his first trip to the free throw line. Averaging 19.75 a game. He's had a few good games. 16 points in the last game. 29 points in the last match against Fairfirst. Led the team in scoring. Nimesh couldn't get it to go. Team Commercial Credit back with the ball. Unforced error from Shehan. Bad pass by Pranit. Intercepted well by Sanjan, but just couldn't get it to go in. Now Fairfirst looks to attack. Pranit up and under, and the pass. A little bit of razzle-dazzle, a little bit of magic. And Nimesh with the easy lane. Another travel by Shehan. This is the biggest stage, one of the biggest stages in Sri Lankan basketball, the finals of an A division. The players need to be mentally ready for this event. You can't let the situation get the better of you. Sanjan with the three. That's Pranit taking his first trip to the free throw line. He's had a big tournament. 35 points in the first game, 28 points in the second game, 22 points in the third game. And just for that, add another 20 points in the last game. as he misses the last shot, but Isuru with the rebound. Feeds it to Isuru on the low post, fakes, shoots with the little baby hook, over Guy on the cruise. 15 points to 6. Forces Commercial Credit to take that first time out. An interesting first few minutes of play here. 3 minutes left on the clock. Already Fairfirst have taken a 9-point lead. If the previous games were anything to look at, Fairfirst are looking to dominate in this game as well. Pranit already showing signs of aggression. Nimesh also looking to score. But on the other hand, Commercial Credit needs to get Simran some open looks. He is their key player. He's their best player on that team. They need him open if they are to have any chance in this game. He is the main pillar for this team, and the rest of the players have to support him. It's still just early stages for this game. Let's hope Team Commercial had a good group chat right now. And that's Simran. Brings up the ball. Pass it to Shehan. To Gayan. Back to Shehan. Looks, fakes, drives. Tries to go with contact, but Udanga comes up with the rebound. Takes the ball up himself. Swings it to Brent for the free three-pointer. Beautifully rebounded by Nimesh. Right over the number 12, Sanjeeva Kulamida. As he goes back for the shot and he's fouled. Strong rebound from Nimesh Fernando. Lot of contact on that shot. Seems to me he may have hurt himself in the process. We saw in one of the last games that he had a knock on to his nose. Had to go after the game because of the blood rule. And I think it's a case of the same thing happening again. Migara checked in. Overclocked it. Went straight over Isuru, who was well placed under the bucket. Sean with the ball. Back to Simran. Tries to go through the screen. Beautiful help defense by Udanga. As Gayan is called for the 3-second violation. Well defended by Team Fairfirst. You saw them swarming Sanjeev under the post. Two men giving him no room at all to even pass. So it's back to Fairfirst ball. Team Fairfirst, a highly experienced team. All 5 players on the court right now are either national players or ex-national players. Udanga, walk in 3, rebounded by Brent. Couldn't get it to go in. Sanjay with the tip. Simran calls for the play. Swings it to Sanjan. Jumps. Drives but couldn't score. Udanga trying to set the pace. Drives in. Kicks it to Migara. Back to Isuru. With the free throw jumper. Rebounded by Praneeth. Fading away for the hard 2-pointer. But he makes it. He's one of those players who can make that shot look easy. Forces the ball away from Simran. Shehan driving in. Couldn't get it to go in. Missed opportunities for Commercial Credit. Migara feeds it to Udanga. Back to Migara. Back to Udanga. Top of the key to Migara. Baseline. Well defended by Simran on that occasion. Intention was there. The pass was there, but Sanjan didn't read that. Unfortunately, leads to another turnover. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Commercial credit 6 to Fairfirst 17. Udanga looks to line up a 3. Pass it back to Pranit. To Hiran. Drives. Hands it off to Udanga. Couldn't get that easy shot to go in. Sanjan. Back to Simran. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Simran with the ball. With the long 3. And draws the foul from Hiran. An unnecessary foul committed by Hiran on that occasion. It was a very long 3 that Simran was attempting. But with that foul, here we are. At the free throw line, Simran got the first shot to go in. An excellent free throw shooter. Makes the second. Sets himself. Couldn't get the last shot to go in. "20 seconds on the clock. We've got enough time to run a play for Team Commercial Credit. Sanjan drives with the little jumper. Crew chief calls a foul on that one on Migara Senrat. As Sanjan hits the free throw line. Misses the first shot. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Team Fairfirst, if they get the rebound. Sanjan with the shot. Team Fairfirst has enough time to make a shot. Migara lays it in easily. 9 seconds on the clock. Simran gets the ball in. And that's Sanjan with the shot. Turnover from Team Fairfirst. 0.6 seconds left on the clock. Is there enough time to get a shot off? And that's the end of the first quarter. 11 points to 19. Team Fairfirst leads the game. An interesting first 10 minutes of play. Team Fairfirst look to push the pace, look to set the team. 11 points to 19 in the first quarter. They will look to assert their dominance for the next 3 quarters. Team Commercial Credit gained a bit of ground in the last few minutes as we take a look at some of the highlights from the first quarter. Not a lot to show, not just 19 points. But a good few moments for Team Fairfirst as we saw Isuru doing the tip. Brent with the fake and the little jumper. Always one of the best shooters in Sri Lanka in the moment. Pranit fakes. He draws so many people to him. He's one of those magnets for the defense. And he can do those easy shots as well. And welcome back to the second quarter of the A Division Finals. It's Fairfirst leading 19 points to 11. Commercial Credit had a strong finish to the quarter. Simran, attempted shot, well defended. Arshad with a strong rebound over Hiran. Gets on the scoreboard for his second bucket. 13 points to 19. A lead of 9, close down to 6. Another turnover. That's Sanjan with the little euro. 1, 2, and he scores 2 baskets in succession, and the lead just like that is cut to 4 points. 19 points to 15. And coach Randima Suryarachi is forced to take that timeout. One of the best coaches in Sri Lanka, and might I say my first coach as well. And the coach for Fairfirst, his team St. Joseph's, has been a powerhouse in the basketball arena in the school levels throughout the years. And now taking off his player jerseys, stepping into a coach's role in the Mercantile sector, bringing his team, coaching his team to a finals. Fairfirst with the ball, gathers themselves off the timeout. Pranit, cross-court pass to Brent. Well defended by Arshad. Quick outlet pass to Simran. That's 2 points. 17 points to 19, and we're back within 2 points. Pranit fakes, crosses with the 3, fade away. Nimesh straight over Arshad. Strong to the bucket. Couldn't get it to go in. The shot just rolls out. Well defended by Team Commercial Credit. They seem to have come out of the first quarter with a plan. Seems they have upped their intensity on defense. We saw them make 3 turnovers in a row. And just like that, they have closed down that lead to 2 points. Shehan drives on the right, kicks it up to Sanjan for the three-pointer. Rims out. Brent with the rebound. Chris crossing his way across. And he goes coast to coast. Shows some love to his teammates with the N1. That's what you want to see from one of your star players. Effort on the defensive end and effort on the offensive side as well. Grabs the strong rebound, goes coast to coast, draws the foul, and couldn't get that the free throw to go in. Jump ball. Isuru Pereira, probably one of the strongest players on the court. You can see him doing a lot of fitness. You can see him doing a lot of physical training for those who follow him on Instagram. And that's Pranit bringing up the ball. Udanga checks back in. Passes the ball to Nimesh, to Isuru, to Brent. Behind the back pass to Pranit. But well defended by Shahan and the gang. To Nimesh. To Isuru. Foul committed by Sanjeeva before the shot. But that's free throws for Isru. Gets the first to go in. And the second shot is good. We have Guyan De Cruz clocking back into the match as Sanjeeva checks out. Speaking of Guyan, probably one of the best shot blockers that Sri Lanka has ever seen, as Arshad lays it in. To those who know Guyan's game, he was responsible, he was feared by a lot of players from getting inside the paint. One of the leading shot blockers, one of the best shot blockers I've seen. And I was very happy to have him on my team when we played at club levels. But in the twilight of his career, not the same man he used to be, but still an imposing presence on the court. Pranit backing down Guyan, passes to Isuru. Up and under, beautifully done. The big man with the skills. Fakes, drives in, and does a little up and under for the score. 19 points to 25. Fairfirst takes the lead again. Simran passes off to Shayan. Back to Simran. He's called for the travel in that occasion. Tries to rush the play. Well defended by Pranit. Drives, crosses in between the trees. Just couldn't get it done, but Nimesh back with the rebound. Pass off to Danga. Beautifully passed. Drew everyone's eyes to him for the three-pointer, but sends it downstairs for an easy two for Arnold Brent. And just like that, he's back on defense, trying to guard Simran. The young man just couldn't get it done on that occasion as Pranit tries to set the pace. Through contact, his strong finish. And he lets the crowd hear it, lets the players hear it. Fairfirst with the first double-digit lead of the game, 19 points to 29. As Team Commercial Credit calls for another timeout. And that's the end of the timeout. Team Commercial Credit has a lot to talk about, has a lot to plan. Udayanga stealing the ball, stealing the referee's towel from the side, from the outside. I mean, one of the cheekiest players I know. But Sanjan with the ball, guarded by Udayanga. He's giving him space, telling him to shoot. Ball back to Sanjeev, guarded by Nimesh. Sends it out to Pranit. Lays it in easily, assisted by Udayanga. The dynamic duo for Fairfirst. Guyan fakes and jumps. Udayanga with a long outlet pass to Pranit. He sets the pace. Waits for his teammates. Crosses Arshad. Fakes. Sent to the corner to Brent. Back to Pranit. Corner three. Couldn't get to go in, but Brent with the rebound. Good hustle by both teams on that occasion. Fairfirst just couldn't get that shot to go in. Guy with the overhead. Praneeth for the three and makes it. The confidence levels that this man has. Just missed the free throw, not a minute ago, but comes right back on the other side and makes it. And that's the lead has gone out to 15 points, 19 points 34 as we see another turnover from Team Commercial Credit as Brent pushes the pace, drives, passes off to Nimesh for an easy two. And I'd like to welcome back Clifford to the comm box. How are you, Clifford? How are you seeing this game?
Pretty much one-sided, and all what you can do is enjoy the basketball by Fairfirst. But I'm surprised Commercial Credit, I mean, they had a good team, but on both occasions they lost to Fairfirst in their previous rounds. But haven't seen, or rather not seeing much that they are doing to compete in the finals. It's a final, but they are not coming out. So I'm not sure, maybe like third quarter, second quarter, you never know. But right now, Fairfirst, they are on a run. Oh, finally tried multiple things, finally came up with a solution to get some points, but on the other hand, the skipper going for the big shot. Migara. Oh, bang!
Confidence right there. The team, when you're up, you're up. You got everyone shooting the ball and you got everyone making shots. You had a lot of hustle pace there by Udayanga, by Isuru. Ended up on a three-point play for Migara. Shehan fading away on that shot. Isuru tips it out. Simran tries to make a play. Comes up again with the turnover. Isuru, Udayanga. Sometimes
that's Isuru being Isuru, you know.
Sometimes you have to let him have one of those every game, you know, Clifford. He's one of those senior players. You can see him on the screen right now getting a bit of earful from Coach Randiva. But we know what he says and we can't say it on air.
So Isuru, Praneeth, Migara, Udayanga, Nimesh, pretty much everybody has represented Sri Lanka. Also, Brent joining them is an additional strength this season because Brent was playing for Commercial Credit last year. And this is a beautiful team.
Especially with Brent joining this team, this adds a lot of balance to this Fairfirst team. You got two shooters, two exceptional players on both wings, Praneeth and Brent on one side. You got Udayanga, a level-headed player who can control the game well. And you got Migara, you got Nimesh, you got a lot of players for this team and things will go well for them. Just like that.
What a beauty! Beautiful finish by Brent. Saw that gap, beaten by the dribble, and two steps and goes for the lane. Fantastic finish.
Desperation three by Shehan. Nothing seems to be going their way. Praneeth. Strong to the bucket. Got the size on Simran. Stolen again as he goes. Easy bucket. He can talk. He can walk his walk as well. 24-point lead. Less than 2 minutes left on the second quarter.
I think this is a learning curve for, or rather quite an experience for Commercial Credit, one of the strongest forces in the commercial basketball sector. And this year, it's not their year. You can see that. And well, already Fairfirst is a fantastic team, and you can see they're strengthening up the team by getting some new additions. But Commercial Credit, they have to work on that.
Yes, looking back at the team from last year, Brent, one of the biggest forces for them, moved to Fairfirst, playing exceptionally well here. few of the senior players stepped out. Lasanta Sri became the coach for this team. Timothy Nitushan is not playing with Commercial Credit any longer. So they had to reshuffle this team. They've got young talent, so maybe they are looking for the future. Simran, definitely one to look out for. Shehan, another youngster with a bright future. So they've got a lot to look for in the future. So we might see them continuing with the same team. Beautifully passed by Simran. That's what he can do.
An amazing player. We have seen his growth. And we have seen multiple occasions standing up for the occasion and delivering it as and when needed. So that's the best thing about Simran.
Yes, I remember there was a tournament up in Badiklo that we went to play him. And I was tasked with the momentous task of guarding Simran, and I can tell you, I was on my last breath after the end of the game. That boy can play. Ooh, beautiful pass, a block by Gayan. Gayan de Cruz, showing shades of his former self. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the leading shot blockers that Sri Lanka has ever seen. Showing us some of his past self right now. And that's a moving screen violation. Turnover for Commercial Credit. 34 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. Things are not going the way that Commercial Credit planned. 22-point lead. But maybe we got a half to look forward to as Brent creates an unforced error on that occasion. 32 seconds to make a play. Ball to Shehan. Crosses and draws the foul. No hard feeling between these two players. Friends off the court, but rivals on court. As we see the youngster check in. Savindu. Sanjeeva with a little up and under. Beautiful finish to the rim. And Coach Randima takes a final timeout for the quarter. 19 seconds left on the clock. I think he just wants to finish this quarter strong. Already got a 20-point lead, but I think they want to make it 22. And that's what great teams, great players, great coaches do. They want to capitalize on every occasion. Coach Randima is no different from that. He doesn't want to let these 19 seconds go to waste. He wants his lead to be extended as much as possible. You can see him getting down on the ground level, kneeling down on the ground, speaking to his players with a lot of passion, urging his players to make the correct play. He's got the necessary weapons on his lineup, but the weapons are firing right now, but he just needs them to fire for a bit longer. Pranit, Brent, Isuru, Nimesh and Migara to finish the quarter off. Clock winding down, 18 seconds. Pranit Udumalagala brings the ball in, passes to Brent. Back to Pranit, to Migara, to Nimesh. Call for the travel on that one. Spin cycle didn't go as well. And the official and the crew chief from India, Imran, calls it a travel. Well, one last chance for Commercial Credit to get on board. Ball is with Simran. Pass off to Sanjan. Well defended by Migara. As the whistle goes off, that's the end of the first half. A dominating performance by Fairfirst. 25-45. A 20-point lead led by Pranit Udumalagala and Shayan Udayanga, the captain. And as half-time nears, you can see the difference between the two quarters. Fairfirst dominated both quarters, 14 points to 26, a 12-point deficit on that quarter. Commercial Credit heads into the break with a daunting task ahead of them, mountains to climb. As we look at some of the highlights from now, Praneeth Udumalagala, 26 points averaging for this season, and he's on track to cover that. Nimesh Fernando got a knock to his face, but he's back. The warrior he is. Arnold Brent, the long strides. The young man can do no wrong. A little bit of magic from Simran. He may be down, but he's not out. 25 to 45. That's the halftime for the A Division men's final. Let's go into a small break. This is Anushka, and I'll be back in a few minutes with the second half.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදයේ පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. Activate කිරීම reload සහ my Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Australia versus India, the toughest rivalry. Only on Star Sports Network.
ලෝකයේ වැඩිම දෙනෙක්ගේ විනෝදාංශයක් චිත්‍රපට නැරඹීම. ෆිල්ම් හෝල් එකකට නොගිහින් ගෙදර ඉඳන්ම විනෝදාංශයට ඉඩක් ගන්න. පැය 24 පුරාම කැමතිම හොඳම ජනප්‍රියම හොලිවුඩ් චිත්‍රපට ඇතුළුව සිනමා නිර්මාණ නරඹන්න. එන්න ලොකුම සිනමා පුස්තකාලයට. Anflix, සියල් සපිරි උසස් සිනමා රසාස්වාදය පිරුණ තැන.
3 sizzling T20 internationals. Go again. 3 blistering one-day internationals. And a once-off first ever test in the City of Flowers.
South Africa have come to play. They mean business.
Catch every ball of the blockbuster series between South Africa and England.
They're coming after us with everything they've got.
I'm in. Let's do it.
You're mocking me in that fabulous outfit.
This challenge is on.
Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Get ready. The Papare is your home for all the action of the Cricket South Africa home season. Don't miss a moment of the excitement, from thrilling matches to exclusive coverage. Join us on the Papare TV, Channel 63 on Dialog Television and Dialog ViU App. The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම superior reload plan එකක්. Activate කිරීම reload සහ My Dialog app මගින්. Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම superior reload plan එකක්. දෙස් විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. Activate කිරීම reload සහ My Dialog app මගින්. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
Let's get into it.
This is Hits Now, where talents are discovered and superstars are born.
I'm very proud to have you on my team.
Where you can solve crimes and fight fires.
Must be nice.
Laugh with the family and many others. Play games and prove you're better. All the latest hits, all the time, all in one place.
So starstruck right now.
Hits Now, the best of US TV.
It's time.
It doesn't get any better than this.
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
The stage is set for an electrifying showdown. The England Women's Tour of South Africa 2024 from 24th November to 18th December. Catch every moment of the excitement live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Some tests are tough. Some tests are tougher.
That's a cracking stroke.
What a performance by Team India.
But the toughest, it's India versus Australia.
Australia versus India, the toughest rivalry. Only on Star Sports Network.
First and exclusive.
What do they want from us? We are their plaything. I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm not staying here.
Maybe if I had your heart, you would love me the way he loves you.
Hi, Mason. I'm your negotiator.
I'm happy it's you. Just have to keep one step ahead of her.
Two objects cannot occupy the same point in space at the same moment.
And welcome back, sports fans. Welcome back to the Papare. You are now watching the A Division finals between Commercial Credit and Fairfirst. Fairfirst 20-point lead, a commanding lead over Commercial Credit as we start the second half. Clifford, what can Commercial Credit do right now to overcome this deficit of 20 points?
Well, I don't see them doing anything. They didn't do much in the first and the second quarter. So I hope they'll do something to reduce the deficit at least. It's a final, and but again, it looks like an exhibition game. Fairfirst is taking it away, but still, I believe Commercial Credit has the potential, and they can turn this around. If Fairfirst can grab a lead of 20 points, as we speak, they keep extending 23 points. I'm sure Commercial Credit can fight back and reduce that, or rather even make it even, or even go further. But the question is how they're going to do it, and from when they're going to do it. That's the question.
Exactly. You can't leave shooters like Arnold Brand. You can't leave shooters like Praneeth open, and that's what's hurting them. And you got excellent defense on the other side with people like Nimesh and Isuru taking up a lot of physical presence on the court. It may be smiles between these players, but right deep down they know what's happening. Commercial Credit is being dominated by Team Fairfirst. Shehan fakes, drives in, and yet another turnover as Udayanga comes up with a steal. Drives in, lays it in. Nothing like a big man going coast to coast. Shehan Udayanga, the captain for Team Fairfirst, and an excellent all-round player. Simran doing his very best.
Well, finally we see some passage of play there, and this is what they have to do. They have to draw those players out and create that gap instead of trying to attempt shots from outside, because they tried it in the second half. Multiple attempts didn't work well for them. But on the other hand, if you look at Fairfirst, well, they know the lead. They have the lead of 23 points. So therefore, they are confident in going ahead. That's okay. They are okay to risk something. But for Commercial Credit, every opportunity is pretty much valuable.
Sometimes you just need to make a few inside shots to get those outside shots going in. As Praneeth gets the ball, gets it stolen from Shehan. A rare turnover. As Sanjan is crowded. Sanjan with no chance of shooting that. Shehan throws it up. Catches nothing. And it's Fairfirst ball again. And you can hear Coach Randima yelling from the bench, egging his players on.
Well, I also feel Guyan de Cruz must change his game a little bit, where he's trying to go from the from the three-point line, but probably if he can penetrate a little bit more inside and go for the ball, probably he may have the chance of drawing some fouls there. But 50-23 is a commandable lead. It's pretty much a dominant performance by Fairfirst Insurance. So let's see how Fairfirst is going to retain this lead and extend. And on the other hand, Commercial Credit, as we speak, could have gone for the shot first time, but still no harm. 2 points lost, but chance to regain that.
I've just got the stat sheet on my hand, Clifford, and well, not a lot for Commercial Credit to talk about. Simran leading scores with 6 points. Arshad Rafiq with 4 points, and not much else to speak about. But on Fairfirst side, we have Praneeth Udmalagala leading the scores with 14 points and 3 rebounds. Arnold Brent with an early double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Udayanga, lowly 2 points, but 7 rebounds. And I have to say, his efficiency rating is at 28%. So whenever he's in the game, Fairfirst is doing something right. It's plus and minus score. One of the other things to look at is turnovers. 24 turnovers for Commercial Credit, which is a lot of points.
Instead of going for the points outside, this is what you like to see from Shehan. So he's a guy quite capable of driving inside, penetrating and drawing those fouls. Should be doing that a little bit more.
Yes, Clifford, I can remember since Shehan was a schoolboy playing at St. Joseph's. Strong player, strong to the basket, and it needs to translate to the next level as well. He needs to get back to that game, to get back to what he's good at. You can see shades of it there, but unfortunately a 20-point lead is not something that you can shed out just like that. It's not something that you can shake off. It's obviously affecting them. You can see Fairfirst playing things safe. Sanjeeva with a little baby hook, one of his go-to shots. Pranit brings the ball up, crosses that famous, the up and under. Lot of contact, goes uncalled. Sanjan comes up with the turnover, with the steal. As he gets the ball back from Gayan. A beautiful move by Simran. As Pranit brings the ball up, he'll look to get the best score as Nimesh fakes, drives to the left, kicks it back to Brent. He's a shooter, he drives in, fakes, gets the ball back. Shehan comes up with the ball, throws it up to Simran. Well guarded by Fairfirst. Knocked out of bounds by Udanga. A player with great set of hands. As a timeout is called by Team Commercial Credit. We saw Commercial Credit had some positives in the first 5 minutes of this game, but it is still a daunting task ahead of them. 34-52, an 18-point lead. 5.5 minutes to go on this third quarter. If Commercial Credit are to have any chance in this game, they need to change something drastically. You can see on the screen the two teams on the two sides. You can see a difference in the intensity in the players' body language. Team Fairfirst seems to be a bit more focused. Of course, they've got an 18-point lead, so they can afford to be a bit more focused. But Commercial Credit, the body language is not up there at the moment. As we get back to the play, Pranit brings the ball up, kicks it off to Brent, switches the ball to Nimesh, shoots it over Gayan, adds on to his tally. As Simran looks, heads to the left, fakes, passes it off to Sanjeeva. Sanjeeva to Sanjan, tries to force the issue and draws the foul this time from Nimesh. The number 21 for Fairfirst commits that foul. As Sanjan heads to the free throw line. That's 3 fouls on Nimesh. As Sanjan makes the first free throw. I mean, if we were on 3 fouls at the beginning of the third quarter, I'd be worried, but I don't think Fairfirst is worrying right now with that 20-point lead that they have. As the second shot goes in. Udayanga. Tries to go and finish over Gayan. Eight seconds on the shot clock. Ball with Pranit. As the foul is committed, unnecessary foul by Shehan.
Well, he's putting an effort, but not sure how the opposition is responding to it. But right now, the body language says it all for Commercial Credit. You can see Shahan is giving his full effort, and also you can see Simran is going about it. But the rest, they have to combine and they have to organize. But they know it's obvious they are down by 20 odd points, but it doesn't mean that's the end of the game. Well, this is what is needed. There you go, Shahan on the move. Oh, beautiful block. Pranay Tudumalagala. You don't need an introduction.
Well, if Shahan hasn't heard about Praneeth, he has now. And straight back on the other side. Through contact, fading away. Makes that hard bucket look so easy. A lot of contact there for Shahan. And goes uncalled. Sanjan goes left. Blocked by Nimesh. Back to Shahan for the three. As it rims out of bounds. Not a lot seems to be going right today for Commercial Credit. The shots simply are not falling.
Can even see Fairfirst coaches are there just having a casual chat. They know their team is winning. Not know what to do. 56-36. Oh, beautiful pass, but ended up with a drawing of foul. So the best thing about this final is we have two FIBA elite panel referees from India. And that's referee Rakesh Ramalingaya and Imran Ali Baig.
And that's the old man Isuru with the foul, with the bucket. Father Time seems to have ignored this man for a little bit right now. And he makes the the old-fashioned three-point play. As Simran brings the ball up, looks for options, tries to survey the troops. Sanjan with a little jumper. Brent with another rebound. Already has a double-double under his name. Udayanga kicks it off to Praneeth. Didn't go in. Nimesh. Sanjeeva comes up with the steal. 36-59. 3 minutes left on the clock. Simran got him on that moment. Foul committed by Praneeth. I think that would be his second foul for the game. Ball to Arshad. Back to Simran. Looks for that shot. Fakes. Goes to the left. Hiran. Oh, a beautiful pass. Draws three men to him. Gayan De Cruz. Not a shadow on him at that moment. Goes in for that easy layup.
Well, that's what they need, because this has to be, they have to do the basics right first. So screen and roll off. What a move. Beautiful finish. Not a lucky move for Isuru. Score moves up to 59-38. That's an amazing finish there by Isuru.
Sealed the man off completely. Use her broad shoulders to block Gayan away from the bucket and goes for that. And Coach Lasante is forced to take another timeout. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. 38 points to 61. If my math is correct, that's 23-point lead. Things are not looking good for Team Commercial Credit. Fairfirst are running away with this. And we're back from the timeout. Team Fairfirst, Praneeth Udumalagala, already in the court, ready to continue this game. staring his man down. Simran bringing the ball. An unforced error again. Sanjeev just slips on the court. Hiran Vijaysurya brings the ball up. Simran goes for the easy fast break layup. Unforced error by Team Fairfirst. Hounded by Arshad. Nimesh back to Brent with the 3. Couldn't get it, but strong rebound from Nimesh. Backs his man down. Goes for the turnaround jumper and makes it. Totally free under the basket. A bit of complacency might be setting into the Fairfirst players right now. Yep, as we see another unforced error.
Well, if Commercial Credit can go on like this, definitely they can reduce the gap. But Fairfirst is not an easy team to beat.
Beautifully done by Simran, but just couldn't get that finish to go. As Praneeth once again through. For some reason, all the shots that Commercial Credit are taking seem to be the hardest shots in the world. Yes, you got to give credit to the defense. The few big men of Fairfirst, Isuru, Nimesh, Praneeth, Udumalagala guarding the main player, Simran, setting the tone. 35 seconds left on the clock on the third quarter. Time winding down. Ooh. Gives a fake to Shahan. Passes the ball to Nimesh. Fakes to Isuru. With the free jumper from the free throw line. And he gets it to go. 44-67. 10 seconds on the clock. Ball with Simran. Fakes. Shoots. And he just couldn't make it. A beautiful pass by Brent. Unfortunately, a rare miss by Praneeth. Under the basket, a rare miss. He shows his displeasure at himself. Apologizes to his teammate as he heads on to the bench at the end of third quarter. 44 points to 67. Fairfirst with a commanding 23 points lead heading into the fourth quarter. As we can take a look at the graph for the quarter on how the teams have fared. We're just waiting for the graphic to show up. But in the meantime, we have a full packed house here. 19 points to 22 points. A much closer quarter than the previous two. But Fairfirst seem to have stepped off the gas a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I just mean only by a little bit. They're still leading by 23. Commercial Credit, if they are to make a comeback, has to have the biggest fourth quarter performance. Something like that what you just saw right now by Shahan. Some of the highlights, Gayan needs to be a bit more effective on the defensive end. Praneeth Udumalagala, this man is a menace and he needs to be stopped if Commercial Credit are to have any chance in this game. at the beginning of the fourth quarter. We see a rare sighting for Udanga in this match. He's been chilling in the bench for a while. No doubt preserving energy, being the sly player that he is. Migara with the corner three, just couldn't get it to go in. Isuru weaves around the two big men. Impeccable agility by the big man. And Simran brings the ball up. I mean, you've got to give credit to Simran for giving his best as Udayanga goes for the fast break. A beautiful two-man game between himself and Nimesh. You've got to give credit to Simran where credit is due. You know, being one of the smaller players in the league, to be scoring 26 points, 21 points a game, you know. As Nimesh misses that shot, but somehow gets that shot, somehow gets that ball. You know, you got to give credit to Simran.
Quite interesting to see Nimesh going on fast breaks. Maybe change of positions there. And Hiran opting to play a little bit down. Oh, beautiful offload. Gang Cruz missing it completely. Much needed points for them. 73-44. The clock is just running down. There's no stoppage at all. Beautiful. Oh, not a finish though.
Yeah. A bit of overconfidence creeping into the minds of the Fairfirst players. I mean, with this big of a lead, I think they can afford to. Yep, another three-pointer rims out. As Hiran throws a beautiful assist down the court to Udanga, who finishes an easy layup. Simran, step back three over Udanga. Nothing but air. Udanga, for a player his size, has some of the longest reach I've seen. Very good defender. Excellent defender.
Well, when you're starting 5 players like this, and that gives the confidence for the bench, they're definitely going to get a run. That I can see that. You can see some substitution coming up for Fairfirst. And that's quite interesting because it's going to be the finals, and in the finals you're going to getting a run. And that's amazing.
Yes, that's Migara who's going to check back in. And we'll see Lakshan Kulatunga checking into the game for the first time. And Savindu Dambalage. His brother plays for St. Peter's. Very tall player.
So the skipper has been supported by 4 other bench players. And this should give some confidence for the Commercial Credit. Let's see how they're going to respond. Or are they going to play the same game? Or if not, they're going to hype the intensity and go for points. So if not going to do that now, definitely they're not into the final. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Bam! Amazing. And they're missing it.
I don't know what to say right now. Amazing work by Udanga to bring the ball up, but well, somehow that happened. As Simran hits. And now it's Migara bringing the ball up. Lakshan passes off to Udanga. Hiran fakes, drives. A little mid-range jumper, couldn't get it in. Simran has another chance, but loses it. Udayanga is doing his assignment perfect. As Hiran gets the ball up top, sets the tone, passes it off to Migara. A little jumper from the free throw line. Sanjeeva goes for the loose ball. And Simran brings the ball up one more time. 30-point lead it has gone up to now. It's just under 6 minutes to go. Beautiful cut by Shehan. Well spotted by Sanjeeva. One of the best big man passes I've seen in this game. Udayangal with a little wayward shot. Beautiful pass back up, but it's not finished. Hiran comes up way short. This has, the tone has been set, Clifford.
Yeah, but then again, they have about 5.5 minutes on the clock. Why Commercial Credit is like not going on an attacking mode against this, it's not the starting five, I would say like on the second string. But still, they're not putting an effort. That's quite surprising to see that.
I mean, when things aren't going your way, it's just not going your way. I think Simran hit 1-3 today. The rest have been rimmed out. Well, Udayangal misses that shot. Less than 5 minutes on the clock right now. As Shehan tries to hit the three, Megara comes up with the rebound. As Arshad just goes for an easy two. Speaking of Simran, you know, he has averaged 21 points per game in this season. Not the biggest player on court, on the shorter side, you know, only second to Jared. So he put up excellent numbers in this season. Shout out to Jared Fernando. Praneeth Udumalaga clocks back in and makes a turnover.
So gradually they are bringing back the star players. And this is going to create chaos. I'm sure they are going for 100 if I'm not mistaken. Easily gettable. Well, seems like Simran is pretty much the only one who is a lone striker there. He's running out of options, so therefore he's going to go for the major shots. Praneeth is back on the court. Megara is back on the court. You can see Brent around there. And also Hiran.
But couldn't get it to go in. Fairfirst with the ball, enjoying a 24-point lead at the moment as Megara misses another shot. Both teams have been coming empty on the sides. The crowd seems to be getting a bit restless right now. Sanjeeva to Andrew. Andrew drives in, turns the ball over. Goes for the finish. Goes for the spectacular. I guess you got to give the crowd something to cheer for.
See, the good thing is the Mercantile Services basketball is basically it's about basketball. That's the beauty about it. Nothing much, just basketball. And all these teams, it could be A division, B division, C, D, E, whichever the division. You have a lot of competition. Players play with a lot of passion. Teams are prepared. And also, each and every evening, even on a weekday, I see a lot of crowd hanging around here. And today, actually, we ran out of tickets, actually, because you can have only limited amount of people you can have inside this. So that shows the passion about basketball in this country. And I love to see more tournaments like this.
Exactly, Clifford. I mean, with the advent of social media, we have a lot of young guys who are invested in this game. They have a lot of heroes. They have a lot of their favorite players. I know Praneeth has a cult following. I know Brent has a following. So a lot of these players come to see their players, come to see their favorite players in action. And as Nimesh is fouled on the way up. So this is an excellent stage for the players to express themselves, and it's also an excellent stage for youngsters, for people to look up to, for as heroes, as motivators, as idol, as Nimesh tries to hit the one-handed free throw. Maybe he'll try shooting it with his eyes closed next time. Misses both. I think he got a bad tap on his left hand, the supporting guide hand. (53-77). It's been like this for a while. It's been a back and forth. Simran passes off to Sanjan. A beautiful up and under, but just couldn't get it to finish.
Well, you really don't want to go into a battle with Tisuru like that. Very muscular, strong, and a very athletic player. Even though your screen clock shows 1 minute 46, the actual game clock has about 2 minutes 13 seconds. So that's a lot of time in a game of basketball. So
Enough to catch up. Enough to catch up 24 points. Maybe, maybe not. Well, we'll see. I think Commercial Credit has their best 5 players on the court. If they are to make a run for it, it has to be now. There's no other time. Gayan with the long 3. Once again rims out. Not many threes today for Commercial Credit. Beautiful pass to Simran.
Later on, 3s, not many baskets at all. 77-53. Again, I'm not sure why they're going for this 3-point strategy. Probably they have to go for the smaller ones first. Whatever the opportunity that they can penetrate, which is that now doing it. And the big boys are seated on the bench for Fairfirst. So Praneeth, Isuru, along with Udayanga and Nimesh. So 4 key players. And you can say Brent is inside, but then again, he's pretty much focuses on the attack. So therefore, they do have the chance, but they are not capitalizing on that.
You got to take advantage of the blind stages with all the big 4 players out. As Savindu tries to lay it in. Ball is tipped out of bounds. And the ball is with Fairfirst. Shot clock at 10. Megara with the ball. Hands it off to Brent. Shot clock winding down. 3 seconds. He fakes. He lays it in. Nearly gets it in. But somehow ends up with his own ball. A lot of action on the low post. But Fairfirst loses the ball as Simran hits the long 3 and cuts the lead down to 21. Good fake by Hiran. Fouled in the process. It's just a matter of 30 seconds on the clock right now. We're just waiting for the time to wind down. 21-point lead. Right now, it's unassailable. Team Fairfirst will come up as champs. But we have to spare a thought for Team Commercial Credit. They had a rough road to the finals. They lost their first game against Fairfirst, but rallied back to win in a convincing manner against Akbar Brothers. and they were once again beaten by Fairfirst, but rallied again on the fourth game, the final deciding game against Akbar. With a win by 5 points, they came to the finals. As we just have another few seconds on the clock. Brent rolls the ball down. Congratulates the players. Shakes each other's hands. But at the end of 40 minutes, it is none other than Fairfirst who comes up champions of the 32nd Mercantile League 2 Tournament A Division Finals with a convincing 78 to 56 point victory. Team Fairfirst unbeaten, an unbeaten run for this season, have come out on top as predicted. You can see the players congratulating each other. It's a muted celebration, but it's a celebration nonetheless. We had a full house, a sold out arena. Commercial Credit 12 points to 11 in the final quarter. That was just the end of the game. This time winding down, a dominant performance by Praneeth Udumalagala, ably supported by the captain Shehan, Isuru Pereira, and the young rising superstar Arnold Brent. But we have to give the credit to the team Commercial Credit, a young team, a revamped team from last year when they won the finals. Simran, the MVP, gave his best. Gayan De Cruz, at the end of his Mercantile career. Maybe we'll see him next time, one of the leading shot blockers. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the presentation. This is me, Anushka, signing off for now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
First and exclusive.
What do they want from us? We are their plaything. I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm not staying here.
Maybe if I had your heart, you would love me the way he loves you.
Hi, Misha. I'm your negotiator.
I'm happy it's you. You just have to keep one step ahead of her.
Two objects cannot occupy the same point in space at the same moment in time. If you get into one of my cars, you get in the wing.
First and exclusive. All new on Saturdays.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
Hey buddy, it's been a while.
කාටුන් බලන්න ආස පොඩ්ඩු සීරම ඉන්න අපූරු තැන. හොඳම කාටුන් ඔක්කොම තියෙන එකම තැන. කාටුන් නෙට්වර්ක්. එකමුතුකම, පරාත්තකාමීකම, පරිසරයට ආදරය කිරීම වගේ හුඟක් හොඳ දේවල් සීරම පොඩ්ඩන්ට කියලා දෙන පුංචි හිත් හඳුනන පොඩ්ඩු කැමැතිම කාටුන් තියෙන තැන. කාටුන් නෙට්වර්ක්. චැනල් අංක 47. දන්නවද සිංහයාගේ කම්මැලිකම ගැන? දැකලා තියෙනවද මීමස් රජුලගේ ලස්සන? අහලා තියෙනවද The Great Elephant Gathering එක ගැන? විඳලා තියෙනවද තල්මහ එක්කේ ආදරය? මේ සේරම දකින්න, අහන්න, බලන්න, විඳින්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන. Animal Planet. ලෝකයට හැංගුණ සත්ව ලෝකයේ අපූර්වත්වය සමග. Animal Planet.
I don't want to go to bed.
Need to press the pause button? Take a Bluey break weekdays on CBBS. Yes! It's a treat for everyone. Peace and quiet. Oh, I mean Bluey. Monday to Friday on CBBS.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, Feel the excitement.
හැම රැයකම අප නොනිදා තැබූ අපේ කාලයේත් මින් පෙර යුගයේත් හොඳම ටෙලිනාට්‍ය රසාලිප්ත කතා තුළ අපමණ සිනහ වූ මතකට හැඬුම් සිර වූ අපේම නොවූ අපේම කතාන්තයන් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය කලාව සැරසූ සුරම්‍ය රැඟුම් ආනන්දය නොනවත්වා නරපන්න සිටි හිට්ස් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය නාලිකාව ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 19.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary. All in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදයේ පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය Dialog Television.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Australia versus India, the toughest rivalry. Only on Star Sports Network.
ලෝකයේ වැඩිම දෙනෙක්ගේ විනෝදාංශයක් චිත්‍රපට නැරඹීම. ෆිල්ම් හෝල් එකකට නොගිහින් ගෙදර ඉඳන්ම විනෝදාංශයට ඉඩක් ගන්න. පැය 24 පුරාම කැමතිම හොඳම ජනප්‍රියම හොලිවුඩ් චිත්‍රපට ඇතුළුව සිනමා නිර්මාණ නරඹන්න. එන්න ලොකුම සිනමා පුස්තකාලයට. ඇන්ෆ්ලික්ස් සියල් සපිරි උසස් සිනමා රසාස්වාදය පිරුණ තැන.
3 sizzling T20 internationals. Go again. 3 blistering one-day internationals. And a once-off first ever test in the City of Flowers.
South Africa have come to play. They mean business.
Catch every ball of the blockbuster series between South Africa and England.
They're coming after us with everything they've got.
Hang on! I'm in. Let's do it.
You're mocking me in that fabulous outfit.
This challenge is on.
Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Get ready! The Papare is your home for all the action of the Cricket South Africa home season. Don't miss a moment of the excitement, from thrilling matches to exclusive coverage. Join us on the Papare TV Channel 63 on Dialog Television and Dialog ViU App. The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. Activate කිරීම reload සහ My Dialog app මගින්. Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. දෙස් විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. Activate කිරීම reload සහ My Dialog app මගින්. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
Let's get into it.
This is Hits Now, where talents are discovered and superstars are born.
I'm very proud to have you on my team.
Where you can solve crimes and fight fires.
Must be nice.
Laugh with the family and many others. Play games and prove you're better. All the latest hits, all the time, all in one place.
So starstruck right now.
Hits Now, the best of US TV.
It's time.
It doesn't get any better than this.
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
The stage is set for an electrifying showdown. The England Women's Tour of South Africa 2024 from 24th November to 18th December. Catch every moment of the excitement live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
Some tests are tough. Some tests are tougher.
That's a cracking stroke. What a performance by Team India.
But the toughest, it's India versus Australia.
Australia versus India, the toughest rivalry. Only on Star Sports Network.
First and exclusive.
What do they want from us? We are their plaything. I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm not staying here.
Maybe if I had your heart, you would love me the way he loves you.
Hi, Mason. I'm your negotiator.
I'm happy it's you. You just have to keep one step ahead of her.
Two objects cannot occupy the same point in space at the same moment in time. If you get into one of my cars, you get in the wing.
First and exclusive. All new on Saturdays.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
Hey, buddy. It's been a while.
කාටුන් බලන්න ආස පොඩ්ඩු සේරම ඉන්න අපූරු තැන. හොඳම කාටුන් ඔක්කොම තියෙන එකම තැන. කාටුන් නෙට්වර්ක්. එකමුතුකම, පරාත්තකාමීකම, පරිසරයට ආදරය කිරීම වගේ හුඟක් හොඳ දේවල් සේරම පොඩ්ඩන්ට කියලා දෙන පුංචි හිත් හඳුනන පොඩ්ඩු කැමැතිම කාටුන් තියෙන තැන. කාටුන් නෙට්වර්ක්. channel අංක 47. දන්නවද සිංහයාගේ කම්මැලිකම ගැන? දැකලා තියෙනවද මීමස් රජුලගේ ලස්සන? අහලා තියෙනවද The Great Elephant Gathering එක ගැන? විඳලා තියෙනවද තල්මහ එක්කේ ආදරය? මේ සේරම දකින්න, අහන්න, බලන්න, විඳින්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන. Animal Planet. ලෝකයට හැංගුණ සත්ව ලෝකයේ අපූර්වත්වය සමග. Animal Planet.
I don't want to go to bed.
Need to press the pause button? Take a Bluey break weekdays on CBeebies. It's a treat for everyone. Peace and quiet. Oh, I mean Bluey. Monday to Friday on CBeebies.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
හැම රැයකම අප නොනිදා තැබූ අපේ කාලේත් මින් පෙර යුගයේත් හොඳම ටෙලිනාට්‍ය රසාලිප්ත කතා තුළ අපමණ සිනහවූ මදකට හැඬුම් සිරවූ අපේම නොවූ අපේම කතාන්තයන් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය කලාව සැරසූ සුරම්‍ය රැඟුම් ආනන්දය නොනවත්වා නරපන්න සිටි හිට්ස් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය නාලිකාව ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 19.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදයේ පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. Activate කිරීම reload සහ my Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
$127 games, 48 match days, 53 teams, 712 players, 96 coaches, 110 support staff in teams, 14 referees, and 10 technical crew. What a mammoth effort, and credit goes to all of you all and every day 100 plus supporters. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to players, coaches, referees, organizers, and for the spectators and all you lovely people. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion on a day-on-day basis. Also, a big thank you goes out to our sponsors. Well, nothing is possible these days if you don't have the financial support to have an elegant event. So, my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the committee goes to Mycola, our third-year sponsor here, and we have Mr. Shyam Fernando, Director CEO, along with Ms. Nilu Fernando, David Pieris Group of Companies, Heel Hub, ThePapare.com for bringing the live coverage and also the photography, Akbar Brothers, CDB, Commercial Credit and Finance, Valvoline Lubricants, American Motorizer, Mr. Manjula Senanayaka, the Director, thank you for his support as well, Demo, Sampath Bank, Royal Sports Complex Management and Staff, Mr. Sali Vijayasekara, Secretary of Royal College Sports Complex, Sri Lanka Basketball Federation, Sri Lanka Basketball Referees Association, along with Mr. Tusite Atigamana, Secretary General of Sri Lanka Basketball Referees Association, table officials and the statisticians, and also Mr. Ishan Madhushan and the Basketball Federation of India, and providing us with the FIBA elite referees. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the partners, sponsors, and also the stakeholders who gave us their fullest support. All right, so let's move on to the presentation. To give the first set of awards in the Women's Championship, I would like to humbly invite Mr. Nishant Wickramage, the patron of MSBA, along with Ms. Umanga Disoisa, Women's Committee member of MSBA. Well, these two teams competing in the group stages had two close calls, and tonight the final was one of the most entertaining games we have always witnessed as a final in Sri Lanka. So ladies and gentlemen, this 32nd Mercantile League Tournament, Women's Runners-Up, Commercial Credit and Finance. I'd like to call upon the players. Kapage Tisari, Lubna Mosek, Devni Himansani, Imesha Tatsarani, Ishika Alas, Pavani Ranepura, and Melissa, Malmi Hettiarachi, Dilanjali Samarasekara, Head Coach Lasantha Siri Gunawardana, Assistant Coach Sanjeeva Kulamina, and can we please have the captain and Stephanie. Ladies and gentlemen, the Women's Championship runners-up, Commercial Credit. Right, so next up, the most valuable player in the women's category. So we had some brilliant performances. We had some close calls, high-scoring games, and some fantastic basketballs being played all around the tournament. But this player, raking up 60 points in the tournament, 69 rebounds, 20 steals, 117 efficiency points, and tonight, with 18 points in the finals and 19 rebounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamalini Mills from Ceylon Bank. Next up is the championship. Well, we saw the final game and also the previous game. Again, like I said, close calls. But tonight, this team did absolutely well to win the championship. 32nd Mercantile League Tournament Women's Champions, Ceylon Bank. Can you please have Epsiba Washington Clay, Nihari Pereira, Senuri Pramodia, Hansini Malisha, Kamalini Mills, Malika Rafaidin, Kindu Jalia, Shalini Pereira, Shonali Dharmasena, Nitmi Hera, Assistant Coach Kunchana Vijayawardana, Championship winning coach Chatura Rodrigo, and can we have the captain Benika Talagala? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, 2024 edition, the Mercantile League Women's Champions, Ceylon Bank! Thank you, Ms. Desoisa, and thank you, Mr. Vikramage. To award the Men's Category Championship Awards, I would like to humbly invite our chief guest for the evening, Mr. Shyam Fernando, who is an attorney at law, as well as the Managing Director of Mycola, accompanied by Mr. Praveen Fernando, President of MSBA. Ladies and gentlemen, these two teams met during the group stages, but still they were not able to go past the champions. But tonight they gave their best effort, but it's not their night. But however, producing some fantastic basketball, commercial credit and finance, the runners-up of the Men's A Division Championship. Okay, let me call upon Sanjan Gunaratna, Shehan Fernando, Simran Yoganathan, Gayan De Cruz, Dakshika Vijay Singha, Harinath Prakash, Andrew Rajendra, Vijidharan Sivanesa Raja, Arshad Rafiq, Can we also have the coach, Lasantha Siri Gunawardana? And the runners-up winning skipper Sanjeeva Kulamina. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, 32nd Mercantile League Basketball Men's Runners-Up, Commercial Credit and Finance PLC. Most valuable player of the tournament, A Division Men's, Ranil Ganevatha Memorial Trophy. So we had some high-performing players, fantastic performance, and this particular player has scored 121 points throughout the tournament, 36 rebounds, 125 efficiency points, and tonight 18 points in the finals. I'm actually tired of calling upon this name. Ladies and gentlemen, the most valuable player, Praneeth Udumalagala. A star player, an amazing entertainer, a coach, and still he has it all. Congratulations, Praneeth. Coming into the tournament came as the favorites, defending champions, and maintained that form throughout the tournament, coming in as unbeaten to the finals and produced a brilliant display of basketball tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions tonight, Fairfirst Insurance. Okay, can you please have Lakshan Kulatunga, Hiran Vijay Surya, Samira Chanaka, or known as Migara, Isuru Pereira, Savindu Dammalage, Nimesh Fernando, Arnold Brent, Praneeth Udumalagala, also can you please have the coaches, assistant coach Mr. Asanga Pereira, and another man who's not tired of winning championships, Roshan Randima. And the skipper, Sean Udayanga. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 32nd Mercantile League Tournament 2024 champions, Fairfirst Insurance!
And that's the end of the presentation for tonight. We saw two great games. For the women's game, Team Ceylon came out on top to claim the victory. And we just watched the champions for the men's A Division finals, A Division League, Fairfirst, being crowned as the champions. This is me, Anushka, signing out for tonight. We hope to see you at another edition of the basketball games. Until then, see you and good night.